Well, he's talking about coming back now too, or now there's all this like kind of talk about him fighting again. What's he been off for 3 years? I'm kind of surprised that people are talking about that, or that he would even consider doing that.
Well, maybe he just needed some recuperation time. I mean, if you listen to the guy talk, he sounds great. I mean, he doesn't sound like he's punchy in any way, shape, or form. You hear certain ex-fighters talk, and you're like, oh God, they got out too late.
Right.
You don't feel that with George. So I mean, maybe his body and his mind just needed some recuperation time. I mean, that's entirely possible. But yeah, I mean, I like success stories. I would love it if the guy just walked away at, I think he's 35, 34, 35 years old, and just said, hey, enough. I was the greatest welterweight of all time, and I'm going to step back now and relax.
Yeah, I think
And
Matt
enjoy
wants
the
him to
rest of
stay
my
gone
life.
too, because then Matt's technically the last guy who's beaten him, I think. So I think Matt wants him to not come back either, because I think Matt Serra should have that on his resume. And it seems like the reason I'm thinking of him lately, besides the fact he's been talked about, is Tyron Woodley kind of said that he kind of called him out and Diaz, and it's there's this whole thing now of fighters almost picking their opponents.
Yeah.
And is that a bad thing? I mean, guys are saying this is who I want to fight and kind of not dealing with the rankings.
Well, most of what it is just talk. So I don't think it's a bad thing, because most of what it is just guys that are, they're just trying to drum up business. I mean, what Conor McGregor showed, that the more shit you talk and the more exciting it is when you talk shit, the more money you make.
Right.
And so I think a lot of people are realizing, like, hey, I'm not going to sit around and say I'll fight whoever the UFC puts in front of me. No, like, talk some shit. Get people talking. I mean, what Tyron Woodley's done is brilliant. He called out the two biggest draw gates, or two biggest draws in the history of the welterweight division, Nick Diaz and George St. Pierre. Those are the guys that put asses in seats. So he's called those guys out. He's like, look, come on, I'll fight you guys. And if they want to do it, it's a perfect fight to make, because, okay, here you've got this guy, Tyron Woodley, this super impressive champion, and, now he's going to fight George St. Pierre, who's coming back. Holy shit, when can I watch this? People are going to sign up for that. If people find out that Nick Diaz is making a comeback and he's going to fight Tyron Woodley for the title, holy shit, where can I watch this? It's like, those are controversial, interesting characters. So he's really smart in how he's decided to start the first, month of his title reign. Just call out the fucking people who are going to make you the most amount of money.
Yeah, and get the most eyes on it.